All right, happy Saturday. Foggy Saturday outside. You can see outside, but it's foggy. A little chilly, but not bad. So here's where we're at right now. We got this Kamplite. What is it, what is that guy? I can't think of it. Let's see here, what do you got here? The KFL-1. So that there right there, it's a propane or butane cartridge that fits at the bottom here. There's a small needle orifice that would go into like an orifice type of situation, and you would light her up. It's got a tip cleaner. Apparently, oh, that one's sticking a little bit. I don't know if I want to screw with that too much without tearing it apart. Anyway, like I said, it takes a standard old vintage 6-ounce Coleman or other alternative brand propane. People say that there's butane in there. I don't know. Maybe it's a mixture of propane, butane, something of that nature. Cartridges, canisters that plug in here and light this up. Same as this one right here from the 50s, but they don't make these anymore. They don't make them. So what are we gonna do in a situation like that? Well, one situation is you can go and look and hunt and find some original cans that are still full and buy them at a high price and use them sparingly. That's one. It's very similar to the bluette issue with the 1970s bluette stoves and those type of appliances. They have these butane cartridges that once you poke through it, it's like you gotta leave it inserted and use it till it's ended and completely empty before you pull it out, or else you pull it out and it's gonna dissipate into the atmosphere. Same type of deal. So anyway, some of the Coleman cartridges, well, canisters, they have a spring-loaded check valve, which makes them feasible to refill. And then other ones have like this rubber grommet type of situation on them that once you plug them in, for instance, like right there, if you remove it, then anything left over, any leftover pressure gases is going to blow out right out the top because it doesn't have a check valve. So luckily I have I have one right now, one Coleman cartridge that has a check valve that seems to actually hold. So I can refill that one. It doesn't hold perfect, but it holds pretty good. I can refill it and I can use it in an appliance like this, a gas pressured appliance like this. Now I ordered a second one on eBay, so it's coming. And I had two other ones that had shown up in the past, but they leaked really bad. And you'd have to like fill them up and slap them right in place to use them. So I actually dissected both of them to see what exactly was in there. And so there's like a glass tube in there with a little bit of like white, maybe glass fiber material, something like that as a filter. And then what you have is like a spring and a small like stainless steel or steel BB and like a rubber grommet seal that it would seal against. So your needle would insert in, push that BB down. The canister would be originally filled at the manufacturer. And when they pulled it out, it would seal. And then when you used it, you could put the canister in, use it, and you could remove it, but it would, again, seal up so that you could store it separately from the appliance. Whereas other ones, they require, once it's plugged in, that you gotta use up all that fuel before you remove it, or else it's going to expel into the environment. So that's where we're at. Well, right now I've got some egg whites with some cheese and some of that, the Frank's Red Hot sauce. And I've got some instant coffee right now. So I got this in yesterday. This is that Kamplite. It's the KFL-1. So what I did is I took it on over to the kitchen sink, like your wife would definitely approve of, and washed it all up really nice, the best I could. And then what we did is we applied new finish polish to it temporarily to make it look as pretty as possible for you. Right now, well, we go ahead and we attempt to light it up and demonstrate what it looks like. Now we have an oversized mantle on here from Japan, well, China, sorry. But once we burn it in, it's gonna shrink down and it's gonna fit just fine. Just like when you get those oversized t-shirts that are made of cotton, they look too big, but once you wash them, they actually shrink down. And if you actually buy them, or you try them on in the store, and they fit perfect, and then you take them home and then either yourself or your wife or somebody washes them for you, and then it shrinks down and then doesn't fit you anymore, and then you have to donate it to your wife or your daughter or your son or something. So anyway, that'll burn in and it'll look just fine later. So don't worry about that. But I'll tell you something, this new finish, it really does work. If you got some really crapped out, faded, chalked up paint, it really does, you know, for what it's worth, it improves it. It really does. I mean, and this one was all chalked up and faded and nasty and all that. But when I did it, it's like now it's got this silky, Teflon-y type of coating on it with a little bit of shine. So yeah, we're good. Now I took all these pieces right here and they were all rusted up, and I hit them up with Quattro 40 stainless steel, fine stainless steel. Again, in the kitchen sink, but we couldn't get all the rust off. We just got the surface rust. It still has the deep, chemically resistant, stubborn to get off rust that takes like soaking this in citric acid for at least 24 hours to get in. So that way, next time around, when you hit it up with stainless steel, it would actually be clean metal. But for now, that's what we got. But we did apply some new finish to it. So it's got a silky, nice finish to it. So it's not bad. It's got, you know, charisma to it. So I don't want to scratch up my table too much, but I actually have a, what's it called? I can't think of it now. So when I got this table right here is Pottery Barn. It's really heavy. I got this in the middle of San Francisco. I had to drive in there. There's massive traffic. Pull into this guy's place. Kind of, I don't think I had a double park at the time. I went in the evening, but nevertheless, it was like a complicated situation. But I got in there, I parked somewhere, and I went up, and this guy had this Pottery Barn table that my wife found on Facebook Marketplace. So I picked it up, but the top was all screwed up. It was completely screwed up. But what I found is I got this, I can't think of the brand now, but it is a tube of wipe-on black polish, and you apply it and you just let it dry. And it covers up all the scratches. Now this one right here's got some scratches right now because we've been laying stuff on it, but I've been applying this stuff for like 7 years. Like every year I'll do it once or twice, and it really does a great job. So anyway, having these lanterns on here is not a problem, so I'm gonna hit this up again here pretty soon anyway. All right, we'll bring you back. All right, so we got a fill cartridge, original cartridge in there right now. Now this one I just refilled. I didn't overfill it or nothing. I just put a little bit in there. Especially since they're old, I don't put too much in. We're burning in this mantle. It's gonna heat things up a little bit. Since this thing hasn't been run for a while. All right. What's that noise? I'll bring you right back. So you can see there's a flame burning on this thing. So my guess is that air tube is plugged up with some webs. So what we're gonna do is, I know it's probably not gonna work, but I'm gonna see if I can burn out whatever it is. Maybe it'll just burn out without me taking it apart. Unlikely. Well, that's a negative. All right, we're going to shut her down. And let it cool down, eat our breakfast, and then we will attempt again to light this after we clean out that air tube. I just got a feeling there's probably some kind of web or bug or something in there. All right, see you in a little while. All right, well, I think it's gonna be hard for you to see. I have a flashlight in front of me here. See if we can find something here. That's gonna be hard. Maybe. All right, let's see if this little flashlight will work here. I don't know. Anyway, you can kind of, it's because it's like shit. Yep, it's hard for me to do. But yeah, it's clogged up. See, you can kind of see some stuff in there. So we wouldn't clean it up. But yeah, just always remember, man. Always remember that it's air and fuel and the right ratio to get a proper burn. So if it's not burning right, you either got a plugged up air tube or you got a plugged up gas generator or something like that. Something either not getting the right correct amount. So just remember that. All right, God bless. All right, success. Not bad. So it's nice we got the original globe. At least it looks like it. Resistant. Anyway, there you see it's lit up. I like the oversized mantle because I think they give out more light. Well, I mean, to me they're oversized. I've gotten different sizes. And these Chinese ones, these are the biggest ones, but it seems like they really fit nice after they burn in. They give you a nice, well, you have more surface area glowing, so I guess using more light, I'm guessing. Seems like it. I could be wrong, who knows? But it is daylight right now. Alright, well anyway, I'm going to go inside, eat my breakfast. I'm going to work on that adapter for these things. Now this one here would be more tough because it's a vertical installation, whereas the Colemans are a horizontal installation. So you don't have to, well, if you put in like an adapter in this thing here on this one, you're going to have to like maybe put a little bit of wood or something underneath to allow the hose to get in there. But anyway, let's go work on it and we'll try it. All right, God bless.